Alright, y'all, it has been about a minute again, but I'm back. Heffa decided to choose violence, so I'm going to match her energy just a pinch, but I'll get to that in a moment. Let me get everything adjusted. I'm only going to do about 20 minutes today, y'all. Not because I don't want to do more, but because I told the doctor I would take it easy until we figure out the absorption stuff. But 20 minutes should be enough for me to say what I gotta say. First off, I am going to start with some stuff that's been going on in community tabs, especially mine. I've made it clear before, and I'm not going to stop saying it. You got a problem with another creator and the fact that I kick it with them, that's your problem. The fact that you got to come into my community tab, which I'm not going to see anymore, so thanks for wasting your shot there, champ, to say that I'm exploiting my child by showing a picture of him because I'm proud of him graduating next month and comparing me to Yaba, which I get it. You and so many others do not like the bigger creators who are doing their thing their own way. And how dare I enjoy their content? So obviously, you decided to try to attack me showing my child, who I'm very proud of, for good reason, to get a dig at Yaba, who doesn't even read my comment section. So I don't know who you were doing that for. Maybe you were doing that for yourself. But y'all need to keep whatever girl world war bullshit out of my comment section. Just because I support a creator doesn't mean you're going to pull me in the middle of a fight that you have with them or a beef. I am so sick of this. Between those of you who don't like FFG and think that you're going to get to her through me, and don't like Yaba or Sam and think you're going to get with them, get at them through me, you're wasting your time. It's not that deep. I enjoy that content. It's all that is. And it's kind of tiring seeing y'all trifling assholes try me like this. Why waste your time? Go on. There's plenty of circles of people on YouTube, especially that don't like these ladies. Y'all can all have your little hug box and circle there. Why do you have to leak your toxic shit to people who have no skin in that game? I just don't get it. But I never will. But to move on to the heifer, I seen her community tab rage and her little edit to say, well, if it wasn't about me, why did Miss Gold make her return video focusing on me? It was a compare and contrast, dum-dum. I know comprehension isn't your biggest strong point. You or your court jester, who likes to twist words, by the way. The thing is, with her return, she not only called out the promises that you and the Oklahoma heifer like to make and never really follow through on, because a little bit of water weight loss that you have, and then you gain like 10 or more back, isn't a weight loss journey, whether you want to say it or not. And Miss Gold held herself accountable, like I said in my own community tab, weigh in on this. They acknowledged that the mistake they made doing that challenge and not going through with it at first. And now they've gone through it, lost a lot of weight, look amazing, and we knew you were going to be salty because between that and the Shattered Reality Part 3, that really shows how desperate you are to be loved by anybody and the amount of bullshit you're willing to take for a relationship. Yeah, I would be salty too if I was that embarrassing online. And the way you kept double talking your alleged situation with this person. Yeah, I'm still not okay with any of that series. But Mr. Snowflake did an amazing job. But back to the Miss Gold thing, because it floored me that you made their weight loss like she was seeking your validation or approval. I think after years of watching archives of y'all's back and forth, that I doubt Charlie gives one iota of a fuck about your validation. I know that a lot of us live rent-free in your head. That's how you got your first time out this year around your birthday. But the fact that you're sitting there saying something like, oh, if you're losing weight out of spite, that's never going to be a good thing and it's not sustainable. It really can be. How many exes have glowed the fuck up after a breakup and got to a better place? How many people have let anything, whether it's rivalry or competition, motivate them to be better? A lot of people, Heffa. I say all the time that rapid diets for me don't work. Because yeah, you can drop a ton of weight on a rapid diet, but you end up making mistakes and gaining it all back, if not double. So I don't believe in rapid weight loss, but I do think that when you're doing the thing and putting in the work, you can do amazing stuff. Like I said, when I stopped to weigh in a week ago, down 9 more pounds. Making since December, and I know I shouldn't really count the hospitalization, but I am. All of a sudden, these girls get to monetize their hospitalization and anybody's afraid to talk about it? No, I'm not going to be afraid to talk about it. With the hospitalization for the hypocalcemia and my current getting back to my fitness level, I am down freaking 39 pounds altogether. And I think that the steady path is what's best for me. Having my routine, getting up in the morning, making a simple breakfast, exercise, getting my house chores done, getting out of the house, whether it's just to tend to the garden and stuff, just keeping it healthy, working on my writing, keeping things focused on everything but bad habits. And it takes a lot, including therapy, including a support system, and having regular doctors. One of the things that Oklahoma Heffa said that irked a lot of us, you literally had a serious health issue besides your morbid obesity. And one of the things you played off was the CT scan and why you can't fit in one now, and it's a mess. I was always afraid, especially since I was once 500 pounds, of not being able to fit and stuff, burdening the medical system. So I could get that somewhat. But if that doesn't open your eyes, that you read a serious change, you literally got told by a medical professional that the equipment that they have cannot fit you, and it's still not enough. Like, what is it going to take for these girls to get it together? You sit there and you see because nobody bought your latest I'm sick guys. It was like you both started copying off each other's homework. You didn't like that so many of us speculated on what you had because you wanted to play the vague game. But then you come back, oh, I'm fine. You know, I had nothing's wrong. It was just kidney or whatever, you know. And you didn't get the pity that you thought you were going to get for them. Because all your shit is self-inflicted. And I think the funny thing about that is you go on about how people need to cam up and show no filters and all this other bullshit. And then even when we do, you move the goalpost. Well, you're fat too, so you can't say anything. I'm fat too, but I'm not as fat as you. And if you're going to try to have anybody believe, Chantal, that you're in the lower 300s or the mid 300s, yeah, eyeballs, heifer. There's not enough black hijab in the bio to cover up what you're doing to yourself. But you keep playing these games. You want people to really believe that you're doing the thing with no results. That's why I said there's a difference between striving and struggle. And you two heifers have been on the struggle bus for 7+ years. And even if you lost the weight, there's still years, thanks to documentaries and archives, to show why people still probably won't like you. They might give you props for getting it done, but they are not going to give you the respect that you think you deserve. So I wouldn't worry about weight loss for pats on the head from anybody from YouTube. Because with the amount of damage you're constantly doing with the mukbangs, feeder content, and other BS, falling up steps after only walking up a flight, you're not going to reverse a lot of the damage. I got lucky. And I'm not saying anything to put anything negative in the power, but when I go and I get labs and they come back good, I'm thanking God every day for that. Because, you know, it don't take much. There are healthy people that have a turnaround, and it just kills me that you have the opportunity to try to reverse some of the damage, and you won't even do that. Talking about, oh, well, most people don't live past 40 anyway. In what world? You brought up the Tudor era, which on a historical level, I probably would have liked if it wasn't coming from you. But the fact of the matter is, the Tudor era was a totally different time. People didn't live that long because they didn't have proper sanitation still. There was unhealthy health practices in regard to medicine, and women had it really tough, especially when it came to labor and childbirth. But you're talking about people in the Tudor era didn't live past 40, as if that's some kind of justification to why you live an unhealthy life. And I think the funniest part about that is that you really have given up, but you want to pretend that you haven't. Because why in the hell else would you talk about people dying at 40? I'm going to be 47 in about 3 weeks. And I'm looking forward to it. Because a lot of people after the last 4 years did not make it. And it's not fair to just give up because of that. Everything that you see here was self-inflicted, and that's why I got to be the one to get it off. And I think it's hilarious that instead of really working on yourself, you're out there ranting about somebody else who's getting the thing done. So that's you. You want to be a hater. And like I said, you're not going to win this war, Chantal. You're not changing anything about yourself. You refuse to even make the effort. And you think your word is enough. But it's the word of a liar with chronic diabetes. So I just want you to understand that no matter how much you rage, even though it's entertainment, and a lot of people have covered it already, all you're doing is showing us that you cannot stand anybody else doing the thing. And it's like I said, doing these Fitbangs for me is a good thing. It makes me feel like I can show people that even though you've done stuff to yourself, even though you might feel like you're at a point where you can't change things, you can. There are way too many people who just give up. And I know it's hard. I know the pressures, the trying to walk, the lymphedema, and everything else can make you feel like you can't do it. And so like I said, you have to baby step. You have to get through this and do the right thing for yourself, even if it's 10 minutes to start. There's no shame if you're trying your best. And like I said, she had the ability with the pool. She could have water walked instead of trying to swim. She could have did some water aerobics. There was a young lady on my 600-pound land, weights and everything. So I don't know. I just feel like Chantal thinks we're all stupid. I think that her and Salah are desperate to get views. That's why she brought his butt back. And honestly, I'm just not interested in covering him. I have my feelings about people who even remotely glorify SA. I know she thinks it's just fantasy, but no, there's absolutely no way. So I've just been trying to move on. I've been covering Willow's e-bagging behind. I've been looking at newer people because I will always have a special place in my heart for calling out the Heffa. But if he's going to be in the videos, then I'm good. Especially when you've got them using that poor Julia and Howie number 700. It's like they can't not exploit animals. And it's just tiring, you know? So for me, I'm just on the fence about how much coverage I'm going to keep giving this person. I know a lot of people move back over to her fair weather friend. I've never covered the Oklahoma heifer. I just don't think I want to. And then when I woke up this morning, I was surprised by a notification from old Lordy's More Jordy's second channel. And apparently he's going through some things with another creator. And he might lose his channel. So navigating this girl world stuff and locale stuff is very dangerous. You've got to be on point. You have to be careful with what you use there. Because there are some vindictive, petty bitches. They think, oh, you can't use my stuff that have commentary. But you can because it's fair use. And honestly, it's not worth building up your channel to have these petty heifers get mad at you because you use a snippet of their shit. You gotta be careful. Canadian Crack Demon was notorious to striking Chantal's too. That's why I will never, not even picture him on my stuff, because I do not like that man. You have to be mindful that there are people out there that eyeball your alleged success, that want you to step up. They can see you fail. Her clown jester is one of them. Popping off in the chat, giving her $5 here and there to talk about Charlie Gold. We already know you don't like women, man. We already know that we're just fat bees to you. We know that you like to try to go after people that you think you can cow down. And that's why I normally pay you dust. Like I said, I don't have to give you direct attention to call out your attention-seeking antics. I think for real that you think you're hurting people with your antics. But if what you say isn't true, who cares? You're just a man obsessed with any attention, whether it's negative or whatnot. So you're really not worth the time some people give you. I feel like when people tell me you're talking about me still, it makes me go, why? He's supposed to be the king of girl world. Why the heck would he care about a person like me? And then you want to talk about my family, but we are a strong unit. So say what you want, man. Talk about whatever you want, but your girl will never be able to do anything like that. She cannot change her life. And I don't know what it's going to take if it's going to take anything. Because she likes to play around. She likes to treat us all like we're stupid. Like some of us haven't been there. Some of us aren't going through it. She likes to mock things like visible features. Which if I was afraid of being mocked for my visible features, I would use an avatar. I wouldn't do these Fitbang. But at my age, at the good place I'm at, go ahead. I don't care if you find me ugly. I'm good with that. The more that find me ugly, it means the less you're going to fuck with me. That's it. I think it's crazy to me that they think that these same lame old attacks will do anything more. Like I said in Hannibal's chat last night, I have done the dozens with family members who know me inside and out. If I can survive their shit, YouTube ain't nothing. You don't like me, you don't like me. I don't care. And I know some people will say that and then go look up shit on themselves. I ain't got time for that. If you're out there talking your shit, talk your shit. I don't like everybody either. I just don't have time to sit down and talk shit about people. I really take it this way. If you're brave enough to take it my way and you're funny, you might get a good response from me. I like funny. But if you're not, and you shoot your shot and you act dumb like that person who tried to accuse me of exploiting my child, which is nuts, then I'm not going to fuck with you. Because I already know that your beef with me is because I like somebody you don't like, and that shit should have been left back in high school. Some of you's got this weird-ass clique behavior like you think that because I kick it with somebody you don't like, you have to automatically hate on me because of that. And that's your right. But when you bring it my way, and it's clear that you're just trying to get at somebody else who isn't going to see it, it's pathetic. And I need you to understand that I am not going to be used for your vents. I don't care if they blocked you. I don't care what the situation is. You want to get at them, make an alt account and get at them. Don't be using my fucking community tabs or channel stuff to be trying to call them out because you don't like them. This is lame. Too many of you need to grow the fuck up. Like I said, I'm damn near 50. I don't have the time, the energy, or the patience for this bullshit anymore. I'm going to kick it with who I want to kick it with. I'm going to like who I like. I'm going to not fuck with who I don't want to fuck with. I don't name drop because I don't want people thinking I'm weaponizing people who like me against anybody else. And plenty of people who I like people I don't. Because that's the way the world works. And way too many of you think that we all got to make cliques and beef with one another. Not interested. None of the people that y'all want me to beef with are worth my time. They're awful people who support awful things. And if that's who you like them. But don't try to pull me into this muck. I've got shit to do. I've got a garden. I've got a graduation to attend. I've got a yard to renovate because we're going to get the pool and stuff up. There's so much to look forward to, including the launch of the second novel and the webcomic. So maybe if you understand that and hear it directly from me, you'll stop all of this. We need to get you fighting with other people because No. I did enough of that shit when X was Twitter, and I've moved on. I don't say it's maturity. I say it's just protecting my peace. Whew. And as you can see, I don't hide anything. I still got my role. I'm always going to have it because I don't plan on getting the skin surgery. And I have somebody who loves me regardless. So that's it, y'all. Just 20 minutes today. I promise you, once I get the hydration stuff proper, there will be 30, hopefully 40, up to an hour soon. But I just wanted to respond to the heifer's nonsense because she was all over the place with her why we shouldn't make it a competition and somebody else's weight loss shouldn't be about her. You're the one making it about you. But either way, I will see y'all soon.